Hey guys. So for this assignment, I chose to do the first option, which is where I sit here and talk about kind of what I want my life to look like in 10 years. But before I begin, I do want to say this was a very challenging assignment. I'm a strict believer of you never know what's going to happen. Like a week from here, I may be boarding a plane headed back home, and I just will never know until that day comes. And so thinking 10 years ahead was very difficult, but I did come up with some things that I would like to have in 10 years. And so, what I would like to do every day is definitely not a desk job. I learned from my internship last summer that I absolutely detest sitting in front of a screen from 9 to 5. I just it doesn't help that I suffer from migraines, so just staring at a screen is not something I would look forward to doing every single day of my life. And so I definitely want a job that keeps me active, keeps me moving. Like I would have to be up on my feet more than I would be sitting down. And so where I see myself with those descriptors is working somewhere in a laboratory. So before I continue, I do want to become a forensic scientist. Now, whether that is working as a blood splatter analysis, fingerprint analysis, those are like my two favorite. I don't know yet, but I definitely want to do something in regards to analysis of a crime scene or just analyzing in general, but definitely in the criminology field. Um, what I would like to do every day is get to the lab. Maybe I'll keep the 9 to 5, but I really don't mind the times and just work until I have at least half, if not everything done. And so I would be very flexible with times. I really don't mind it if I have to come in at like 10 at night and then leave at 1 a.m. in the morning. Like, that's really fine to me. So, but it's that whole I don't want to sit in front of a screen. I just want to be active and moving and analyzing and doing stuff and wherever I do end up working. Definitely see myself working in the city somewhere like Washington or DC. Maybe even Virginia, who knows. But after I finish working from whatever times I do choose in 10 years, I see myself going back home and just sitting down and relaxing and kind of spending family time. So this goes into my work-life balance. And so when I get home, hopefully in 10 years, I'll either be starting a family or thinking about starting a family. So that would definitely factor into the fact that when I get home, I want to have that, like, I don't want to be thinking about the analysis that I didn't finish yesterday or that day. I want to be thinking about family or what's new on Netflix. Definitely want to keep not a strict divide between work and life, but definitely a I would only be thinking about work if I didn't get to finish something in the lab or something was required of me to bring back home, or I have to go in 5 minutes because they asked me to head to the crime scene, kind of thing. So that's kind of where I see my work-life balance as. Um, in terms of what would excite me every day, that's a very easy question because everything would excite me. The nice thing about working in a criminology field or in forensic sciences is that you never know what's going to happen. You never know what case you're going to get. Like every single thing you analyze will be different unless you're running the same analysis twice. But you never know where a case is going to lead you. And so the thing that would excite me is learning about these cases, learning about why I'm analyzing this data. Um, because why I want to do forensic sciences in the first place, it's because passion for it, but on the other hand, I get to indirectly help people. That analysis that I'm doing, when I give it to an investigator, it may help find the culprit that ruined someone's, not ruined, but affected someone's family, knowing that in the end, if the culprit is caught, that that family will have some peace and would be able to cope with something easier. And so that would also excite me, knowing that in the end, my work is being beneficial to people who have been affected by a crime. Yeah, this is where I would at least hope to see myself in 10 years. The other thing I didn't mention was the most important part of where I would hope to see myself in 10 years, which is financially stable. I would definitely want to be financially stable or at least have a source of income by then. So me starting a family or um less hours would wholly depend on whether or not I have the financial stability to do so. And so, yeah, this is where I kind of see myself in 10 years right now. It might not be much, but it is a lot to me.